How's it going, you beautiful people? This is Grifftalks here, and let's get right down to it. So, to start things off, there is a whole lot of new here. New microphone, new haircut, new backdrop for the time being. New backdrop for the time being. And I'm sick. So yeah, I have a cold right now, so hopefully you guys can bear through this episode, and my hope is to be better by next week. And yeah, as you see, I do have a little daily calendar. It is the NASCAR fact of the day. I did get that for Christmas. It is beautiful, and I'll just read it to you guys now. So the NASCAR fact of the day. The Hans head and neck support device was mandated to be worn by all drivers starting in the 2002 season. The head and neck restraint device is worn by drivers in all 3 national series as well as the lower level regional series. So there you go, there's your fun fact of the day. I think I'll probably do that every episode, and as you can see, it's Friday, that's when I'm recording it. You'll see it on Monday. So I mean, if you guys want to see the Monday one, I can maybe do that, but I don't know, we'll see. I haven't really planned that out yet. So with that being said, let's reply to 5 of your guys' comments. Comment number 1. What If Racing commented, "No love for What If? It's okay. I still love you though. Greater than 3. Well, you know what If? You are an inspiration. You and your NASCAR career mode on NASCAR Thunder 2004 is amazing. Like, that is something I wanted to do on my channel, but right now I don't have the time or the stuff to do that so far. So keep doing your thing, What If. You're doing an absolute good job with that. Plus, your face cams when you do your vlogs, that inspired me to put my face out in front of the camera too. So thank you, What If, for being such a great inspiration, and you keep doing you with your career modes. Probably won't do that for anybody else. What If actually was a big inspiration. I just forgot to put him on in the first episode. So the second comment comes from NASCAR Fan 63. He said, "Please do a truck race with the trucks in your background. I see Jay Sauter, Ron Hornaday, Jack Sprague, and Stacy Compton." Don't forget about Kenny Irwin. That's Kenny Irwin, right. My big arm is in the way. Right here. I'll even zoom in. I'll even have Griff edit that. Unfortunately though, those are my only 5. And so unless you want to see a race with 5 trucks, no, it's not going to happen. I can maybe buy more trucks down the road, but for the time being, that's not going to happen. Right now, there's just going to be props hanging out in the background, and that's pretty much it for right now. Comment number 3. Mr. Ocean CM3882 commented, "Will you ever do a stop motion? If not a series, then at least a race?" Not in the near future. A series, that is. I will not, because Double E Dud, Aflac Cup Series, Coke Zero Cup Series, lots of other Cup Series, they've already taken care of the stop motion stuff. So there's really no reason for me to do my own version of a stop motion league. It could be something down the road if I do have more free time, but as of right now, no. However, my next big project is going to be a stop motion. So what I'm doing, and what I hope to do, I have to do this yearly, is at the end of January, once all the 2016 cars that I've collected are together as one, what I will do is I'm going to put a little stop motion race together. It's not going to be as designed beautifully as other tracks, but I love doing stop motions. And believe it or not, if you guys remember it all, I don't think many of you do, but if you look back on my channel from like 2008, I did do stop motions as well. But yeah, I am more than happy to do so. I have all the equipment necessary to do it. Expect the stop motion video to come out at the end of January. So with that being said, there's no videos or no extra videos coming out this week because of the bigger project, but also I need to combat this cold because it is driving me nuts. Comment number 4. GIF. The Elliott Sadler Winner's Circle looks better than the hood open car that I have. One small question, do you have the 2004 Sadler car? There were major changes to that car. with the font in the hood and more M&Ms. So yes, I do have that car, and it is right here. Right here. Griff, you're supposed to edit the car in my hand. Come on, I'm waiting. Thank you. So yeah, here's the car right here. It is a very beautiful car, as I've mentioned before. That is with the bigger M&Ms. And the green and the red are still in their normal places. And so yeah, it is a very beautiful car, different from 2003 for sure. But yeah, but the thing is, this is not my diecast of the week. That's still to come. Comment number 5. NASCAR fan 4888JJ commented, there are still open cars for BK Racing. Joey Gase, I am pretty sure, just has a ride for the 500. Who do you think the full-time drivers will be? Now, what I'm about to say is just speculation. There are no rumors, this is just what I believe. First of all, I think there's only going to be one full-time driver, and that'll be in the 83 car, and that's going to be Jeffrey Earnhardt, I believe. He's done enough work in the 32, plus with the name Earnhardt himself, like with that name. I think it's time that he does get that full-time gig. And not just because I think he is such a great driver. I think he does have potential. He just needs the right chemistry, he needs the right people to push him forward. Equipment does help too. I don't think BK Racing is the right step, but it's a step forward nevertheless. Plus with the numbers 8 and 3 on the sides, that's all that Jeffrey Earnhardt needs, at least for the moment. Now as for the 23, I believe that'll continue to have several different drivers. So along with Joey Gase, I believe Ryan Ellis will have some races. I believe Dylan Lupton will have some races. And then I'm going to reach far out there. I'm going to predict that Bobby Labonte will have some races in the 23 car as well. I would probably say in the Super Speedway races, but that's it. So if your comment wasn't featured in this video, be sure to leave a comment on this video, and hopefully I'll be able to read it and reply to you guys in the next episode, which will be released next Monday, hopefully. Alright, so let's talk about some of the recent news that's come out in the NASCAR world. First of all, some big news regarding repaving. Both Atlanta and Texas are both being repaved in 2017. Texas is being repaved immediately, while Atlanta is going to be repaved after the 2017 triple header race. Now the reason for the Texas repave is to fix the water system that's been happening at the track. Because the problem has been water has been seeping out whenever rain happens. The IndyCar race was postponed months later because of water seepage coming out once after it rained. So what Texas is doing is they're putting on a fresh new pavement onto the track. And then what they're also doing, which is kind of interesting, is in turns 1 and 2, the banking is decreasing to 20 degrees. Eddie Gossage's reason for that is to promote passing. So I'd say, hey, if it works and if the water seepage stops, then good job, you're doing your job. That's perfect. Now the other one that comes with a little more controversy, and that's Atlanta. The simple reason why Atlanta is being repaved is because it hasn't been paved in 20 years. And so the 2017 race will be the last time with the old pavement, but then once that's done, the new pavement is going to be swept over. Configuration is not going to change at all. Now, of course, this does come with controversy because a lot of people were mad because Atlanta has that old characteristic feel to it. The drivers love the bumps on the track, and you can go anywhere on said racetrack. My opinion on this is I really don't care, honestly. Like, a track is a track, no matter what. And honestly, one supporter of this is, if you guys remember Rick Mast at all, he is an older race car driver. He has a Twitter, and he tweeted out saying, I remember going to the racetrack and drivers would be like, oh look, new pavement. That's kind of how I am too. There's new pavement on the track. A track's a track. Sure, it'll probably race different, but I am not necessarily butthurt that it's going to be repaved. So yeah, just go out there, race, keep bumping, keep banging, and keep doing what you normally do. Like, it ain't going to stop me from watching the race, and it shouldn't be the same to you either. In other news, Hunt Brothers Pizza is expanding their sponsorship in the Xfinity Series. with Stuart Haas Racing, with Kevin Harvick for 4 races. Really? You know, you could promote and sponsor a driver that loves to drive like Tommy Joe Martins, but instead you decide to fall on Kevin Harvick. Now, I guess the only upside I can see to this is there is another car now being added to the Xfinity Series for, again, only 4 races. And sure, Hunt Brothers' exposure is going to rise a bit for sure. But Kevin Harvick, though, really? I don't really like this move. But hey, if it throws another car onto the track, then sure. And plus too, Harvick, at least when he was with JR Motorsports, wasn't really as competitive, so we'll see. Who knows where that goes. Also, in some sad news, Mike Massaro and Ray Dunlap are leaving their respective media groups. Mike Massaro is leaving NBC for personal reasons, which is really sad because I do respect Mike Massaro as a pit reporter. And so he mentions in his Facebook post that he is leaving for personal reasons. I'm not going to speculate on why that is. I'm just going to leave it at personal reasons. I just wish for him the best of luck on whatever he attempts to do down the road. And then as for Ray Dunlap, as we mentioned, he's leaving Fox Sports. Fox did not renew Ray Dunlap's contract. And so because of that, Ray Dunlap is out at Fox Sports. Maybe he can move over to NBC Sports or what. But no, I really respect Ray Dunlap, and I love when he had that mustache. I still remember watching races back in the day when he had that funky ESPN uniform and he had that very wonderful mustache. We'll miss you, Ray Dunlap, and I do wish the best of luck on whatever job you get as well. In some sadder news, Rick Ware Racing is shutting down their Xfinity program. If you guys are not sure which team Rick Ware owned, remember this wreck at Talladega last year where that 25 car flew in the air? That's a Rick Ware Racing car. So what the team is doing is they're temporarily shutting down their Xfinity program and moving to the Truck Series. It is confirmed that Cody Ware is going to drive the truck for half the season, while other drivers will be named at a later date. There are rumors of a potential second truck for Rick Ware Racing, but depending on how this first team does, that could or could not be a thing. Now, the points and some equipment from Rick Ware Racing was sold. However, some pieces are still there because Rick Ware is hopeful that the team will make another Xfinity run in 2018 or sometime down the road. Now, there was a rumor going around that apparently a driver is going to unexpectedly retire coming before the 2017 Daytona 500. First of all, that is a load of BS, I think. Like, why would someone come out and be like, oh, someone's going to retire before the Daytona 500? Like, we don't need another driver to leave the sport. Like, there's already so many drivers that decided to leave or currently don't have a ride right now, and their chances of finding something are slim to none. And so what's really the weird twist on this story is the source that said that this is going to happen. The source says there are 2 clues as to who this driver will be. The first clue is that it is someone who has won a chase race since its inception in 2014, like the playoff system, and the driver's number does not have a 5 or an 8 in there. That is weird. Why such random 2 clues? I don't know. It just really doesn't make sense to me on why someone would do that. And not just the person who said it, like that's fine, like if they know this, but just the person who decided, hey, let's go ahead and retire before the Daytona 500 when several months was planned on having this driver, whoever it may be, is setting up for a Daytona 500. Like, what? And so before, if anybody asks Grifftalks, who do you think is going to be this driver that's going to retire? I'll just take a shot in the dark, and I think it's going to be Matt Kenseth. His number does not have a 5 or an 8 in it, and he has won in the chase before. That's so dumb, though. Like, and I do respect Matt Kenseth, though. I'm not a fan of him, but I do respect his opinion and his will to race. But the part I can make sense of is I could see Kenseth leaving and then like Daniel Suarez moving up into that 20 ride. Don't know why, but I could definitely see that. And so the final news is that Chris Buescher, as you guys know, is going to JDD Daugherty Racing in the 37 ride for 2017. Well, it is expected that he and Roush Racing both say that they believe that Chris Buescher should go back to Roush Racing for a third team in 2018. Now, as you guys know, Chris Buescher is still under contract with Roush. He is being leased to JTD Daugherty Racing for the 2017 season. So all the promotional stuff and all the commercials that you still see with Chris Buescher with Roush, that's no fluke because Buescher is still under contract with Roush. And so because of that, Buescher should return back to Roush in 2018. But you know, there's still plenty of time for changes to happen. I hope so. It sounds like a good plan. But you know what? Anything can still happen. So this special part, if you will, I'm actually going to show my first ever unboxing. And so I opened this box a few days ago. And so once this video clip is done, I'll show you the actual diecast out of their box. Check it out. So guys, I am so excited right now. I can hardly talk right now because it's late at night and I don't want to make much of a disturbance. Hopefully you guys can hear me, but I got a package. It is the first time I ordered something in years, and I am super excited as to figure out what is in the box. So I will let you guys know about the information about who got this to me, but I am super excited right now, and let's open this bad boy up. Gotta use the nice shiny scissors, make sure I don't cut myself. Remember, this is not a bad unboxing like iDubbbz. He copyrighted that term, so there's no way I can do it as bad. Alright, I might just fast forward through this part through the editing process. There's really nothing interesting to add here at this point. Ah, yes. Okay, so first car up that I bought was... Oh, I'm so excited. First of all, we got Danica Patrick's number 10 Mobil 1 Chevrolet. Beautiful white car with the silver wings on it. Very beautiful car. It is, I think, one of the rarer cars, and I'm so glad I bought it. The second car is Chris Buescher's number 34 Loves Ford. This is a one-of-a-kind car because Chris Buescher, as you know, is going over to AJ Allmennier's team, which is JD Daugherty Racing next year. I am super hyped that I actually have this rare car. Oh, yes. Let's get this one on. Number 3 is Michael McDowell's number 95 Chevrolet. This is actually the first ever car with the number 595 that I ever got. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. Man, I'm going to really turn up the audio on this. And finally... No way, it's real. Yes. Boy, I bet you guys are going to get so jealous of me. Brian Scott's Rookie of the Year Albertson's car. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. It's so cool. I'm not crying, you're crying. Oh, it's so beautiful. So yeah, these are all from Lionel Racing. And so, I'll get all the cars lined up here for you. Oh my gosh, look at all of them. Here, I'll stack them on top of one another. There. Then you can get a good shot of all 4 of them. Oh man. Okay. Alright, so the first diecast then is Danica Patrick's 10 car. So now the reason why this car is so pretty and why I got it is because NASCAR Xfinity, they did have the other Mobile One cars out, and I'll just show them right here. And so Harvick and Stewart and Patrick, like, they all Mobile One cars did drive in one race. And it's very weird that Danica Patrick did not have her Mobile One car be an authentic car. But anyway, I do love the wings on the car, and it is very pretty car as well, with Harvick and Tony Stewart complementing this said car. The second car that I bought was Michael McDowell's 95 car. As mentioned in the unboxing, this is the first 95 car that I ever have. I love the red, and I love how it's like it's big here, but then once the number happens, then it's a smaller stripe down. I love Private Financial as a sponsor. Definitely makes some good paint schemes. And it is announced that Michael McDowell will have a full-time ride next year in this 95 ride. So I wish the best of luck to him. Then you got Chris Buescher. This is the exact car Chris Buescher flipped in. I mean, not the same exact, but the same paint scheme that Chris Buescher flipped in at Talladega. As you see, I am failing at making that flip reenactment. But yeah, so Loves is the sponsor. And the reason I picked up this one is because I feel like it's a rare car since Chris Buescher is not going to be at front row racing next year. And so with this beautiful paint scheme, 34, this is my second 34 car that I ever have. And I really love the yellow with the red stripe. It's a little too basic, but considering everything that's going on to this car, it's nice. I accept it. And then finally, the car that I almost cried in because I got it is Brian Scott's Shore Lodge Ford. I was actually very surprised that this diecast was even made. With Albertsons and Shore Lodge here on the front, as you can see here. 44 on the side there with Ritz. Now there is, yeah, it is a very beautiful car. Like, I love the white, how it goes from the top, but then it's very tiny. But the white you see is right there, and it goes across the back. And then the red number on top as well. And so this is Brian Scott's only full-time season in the Sprint Cup Series. And so sure, the car might go down in value because I took it out of the box, but it is nevertheless a very pretty car. And as you can see, the rookie bumper is on the back. So there you go. And I'll pick up the GoPro here. And so that's the entire group right there. And so as again, I got these cars at S&C Collectibles, diecastsports.com. And I believe these cars are still available on the website, so if you want to pick them up, you guys are more than welcome to do so. Follow their Facebook, S&C Collectibles. And then finally, I think I mentioned a little bit in the unboxing, but I also want to give a shout out to World NASCAR Champions, or WNC, the same guy who had the comment on Elliott Sadler's car, for helping me find this website so I could buy these cars. So I definitely recommend you guys watch WNC. He has some very interesting content on his channel. And so once again, thank you WNC for helping me find these beautiful diecasts that you will see eventually in the stop motion video I plan to do at the end of January. So that'll wrap things up here for the second episode of Grifftalks. If you like what I do on this channel, like button is right down there for you. If you're new to the channel, subscribe button is right here for you as well. And if you guys have any suggestions on what you want me to talk about for the next episode of Grifftalks, please suggest it in the comments down below. But thank you guys so much for watching. I gladly support all of you supporters out there. And as always, I will see you next time.